Alright, I've started streaming. Let's see.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and. Okay. I'm just waiting for everything. Okay, there. Alright, we're good. We're up and running. Let me go ahead and share this
Uh,
out. And we'll go ahead and get this shit underway.
yep. All right. I just got a notification that we're live.
Alright. Discord knows. Yo, what's up, Spider Monkey? Let me go out here. So. There we go. Alright. Yo, people, what's going on? So, yeah, we're here today. So, me and the boys, we just got done watching Godzilla versus Kong. So, we're gonna be reviewing that movie because we're all pretty big Godzilla fans here. Like, we love kaiju's, we love monster fights, we love monster
Uh,
movies. So, yeah, we're about to be just going right on into it. Now, this will contain spoilers, so consider this your spoiler warning right now because we're not going to really hold back. We're just going to go ahead and go right on into this. And yeah, because I don't feel like tiptoeing around eggshells. So, this is your only warning. There will be spoilers. And yeah, I feel bad for anybody that joins in later. But
yep.
yeah, movie just came out.
Yep.
So
It just came out.
yeah. And here's the thing. We're just going to go ahead and tell you who wins right off the bat. So, there's a total of three three people who there's three battles. So, first one, Godzilla wins. Second one goes to
Yep.
Kong. The last one, Godzilla wins. So, Godzilla wins 2 out of 3 matches, and he nearly kills Kong. So,
And
for
dislocated his arm.
anybody who says that Kong won is lying because Godzilla nearly killed Kong. The Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla and Kong versus Mechagodzilla fight is basically not counted as the Godzilla versus Kong fights because that's against an
Yeah.
entirely different person and they didn't fight each other during that fight. So yeah, Big Monk did not win. Like, Big Monk took down Mechagodzilla with the help of Godzilla.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that's the whole deal. Because if Godzilla hadn't supercharged Kong's axe, which he got in the most bullshit way possible, mind you, then it just
But,
Kong would have died. So,
yeah.
it's as simple as that. But let's go ahead. We're gonna start at the beginning here, and then we'll work our way back to this point. So, beginning in the movie, where you see is Kong on Skull Island in this little habitat facility that they have set up. So, pretty much that's what's going on. Yo, what's up, finisher?
What
And
up? What up?
basically, Kong is just there
What up?
living his life. He don't like it there. He's constantly taking trees and throwing it at the dome around his island. Thing is, though, is that Skull Island is surrounded by a storm, and the storm that settled around Skull Island ended up wiping out all but one of the natives, and that's where this little girl comes into play. The little girl is the only one Kong will talk to, and the only one he trusts. And Kong actually knows sign language. So yeah, that's how they talk back and forth is through sign language. because the little
Yeah.
girl's deaf. And fun fact, the actor who actually plays the little girl, she's deaf as well. So the actress that plays her is a deaf person in general. So sign language was actually needed. And yeah, that's basically what happens with Kong's front at the beginning of the movie. Now we get to Godzilla's front. So where the Godzilla crew starts off is this man named Bernie, as he's trying to expose Apex with their lies and all that. Now he comes down there as he's just trying to get information. So he puts in this little flash drive after annoying someone so much that they said they had to go use the restroom. So that's what happens. As he gets all the data, he realizes that something's not adding up right. Because the company, Apex, from what he knows, isn't equipped to do heavy transporting to Hong Kong. And yet there's a heavy transport manifest on there, as well as, like, fucking a sub-basement level of 33. 33 floors below. So, yeah, that's pretty much what happens, but, yeah. And, nah. Kong didn't win.
Yeah, Kong got his ass kicked.
Yeah, Kong got beat
Yep.
pretty soundly in this movie. Like, Godzilla put the fear of himself into Kong.
For real, yo, Godzilla literally dislocated Kong's arm.
And if you guys are worried about there being too much fucking human interaction, there's really not. It's mainly on the kaiju. So, you will see a lot of Kong in this movie. This movie is a very Kong-centric movie for some odd reason.
No.
But I guess since Kong never got a second movie, yeah, but there's no way in hell that this is the last movie of the MonsterVerse. There's no way in hell.
Yeah, for real.
I'm expecting one more movie. But honestly, like, this movie was actually really fun. It's a really fun movie. Just turn off your brain, don't think too hard on it, and enjoy the movie, and you'll have a great time. Because for one, this movie was everything I was expecting it to be. It had the big fights. It had, like, brutal fights at that. So the first fight we need to get to is when they're taking Kong off Skull Island. Don't know how the fuck they managed to catch Kong slacking so much as to chain him up on a boat, but apparently they caught him slacking. So, yeah. He's on a boat, and they get out to the waters at some point in time. Godzilla, he knows Kong's there. Motherfuckers just, they trying Godzilla. Alright, they're trying to stay off his shit, but, like, Godzilla can sense this motherfucker. So, they're staying out of Godzilla's known territory pass, but the deal is, the whole ocean is Godzilla's territory. Like, you can't just say, nah, yo, Hollow, fix your mic, but, nah, like, you can't just say you're gonna bring another motherfucker into the waters, right, and expect Godzilla not to pop up. It's just not gonna happen. So Godzilla shows up. He starts wrecking shit. No, he destroys several boats out there, just tail smacking planes, and it's just going crazy. Because at the end of the day, like, Godzilla just smacks the fuck out of Kong in that first fight. It's not even close. Godzilla nearly drowns Kong.
Yeah. Fuck. You missed the movie.
Yeah, you missed the movie.
Fuck. Rewatch that shit. Rewatch that shit right now.
Yeah. Black Well, stick around. We'll go back to Discord and rewatch the movie.
Yeah, big bad.
But, yeah. So, basically, Godzilla smacks Kong to the point, like, Kong only gets 3 good shots in on Godzilla in the first fight, and Godzilla dominates Kong
Yeah.
for the rest of it.
So
And,
Godzilla on that real shit. Yes, sir.
like
Nigga, why you high as fuck now? Hell no.
Kong fucking punches Godzilla, and what does Godzilla do? Godzilla bitch slaps Kong down onto the fucking ship. And then Kong punches him again and just shoulder checks that motherfucker right back off of that shit into the fucking water. What's Godzilla do? Alright then. He fucking blows the boat up. As Godzilla's fighting Kong, he's just like, you're not about to test me. So after Kong gets his ass saved from almost being drowned to death by Godzilla from the humans, he gets on the boat, he lays out. Kong's done. He nearly drowned, he needs to catch his breath.
Okay.
So, to save Kong's life and theirs, they turn everything off. They make it seem like they surrender to Godzilla, that they're all dead. And Godzilla looks at them like, stay the fuck out my waters. And he goes on somewhere. So, shit. So basically, how they get Kong to Antarctica is by helicopters. They put this man on a fucking net and heliport his ass to Antarctica. They convince him to go to the Hollow Earth. He finds the magical axe guru, puts it down onto the ground as, for some odd reason, when Godzilla reaches Tokyo, the axe just glows. Don't know why. Because Godzilla ain't even in the Hollow Earth. He all the way on the top of the Earth. And the axe just starts glowing.
Yeah.
Alright, but like I said, don't think too hard on this movie. And you'll have a good time. Now,
Look at Godzilla.
Yeah, it's plot logic, basically. Now, when he puts it out on the ground, the whole fucking area starts lighting up. And it shows a Godzilla in an Ouroboros fashion. Like, basically, if you don't know what Ouroboros is, just look that shit up. But that's basically how it looks. As the people from Apex that are bankrolling this little expedition of theirs starts drilling in and taking the energy that comes from the Hollow Earth. As, on top of that, they start saying, no, you can't do that. Like, this is the discovery of a lifetime. Like, you can't be taking that shit. And they're just like, oh, no, my father gets what he wants. As she orders them to hold their guns at these people. And Kong's just like, you holding guns at my people? In my kingdom? The fuck is wrong with you? So, he lets out this fucking badass roar. All these ugly little fucking bird type of kaiju motherfuckers start coming down there, and they start attacking all these fucking humans. Like, they're eating these motherfuckers. So the Apex bitch gets that shit, and they get on their plane. They try to go. Kong's blocking their path because he's fighting off these little birdie fuckers as well. And she's like, get him out of the way, shoot him. And they start shooting Kong. And Kong's just like, who the fuck you think you are? So they tried to escape. Kong's like, nah. He grabs their ship, and in his one hand, he crushes them to death. And just says, don't know who the fuck you thought you were. But he lets them down like that, as that's when, you know, that was after Godzilla done blew a fucking hole from the top of the earth down into the hollow earth with his atomic breath, mind you. So, Godzilla just roars down that hole. And Kong's just like roaring back at him. Kong's like, you know what? I had enough of this motherfucker. He picks up the axe and he goes to fuck down the hole back up to Tokyo. And he sees Godzilla. The first thing he does, he roars at this motherfucker. Godzilla just turns around like, who the fuck you think you're talking to? And he roars right back. Kong throws down the axe, he beats on his chest, and he's just like, square up then. So, Godzilla's just like, bet. He whips his tail. He's just like, bet. As that's when the fight is on. Godzilla versus Kong. Rematch round 2. Here goes. So, this is the round Kong wins. Because of some bullshit. But he does win a round. But it's barely a win. So, they're fighting as Kong's using the city to his advantage. You know, just monkey crawling on fucking shit. He's hitting Godzilla. Godzilla bites into Kong and he slams Kong through some buildings as Kong just does a fucking elbow right down on Godzilla's head, stopping him from using the atomic breath. And he's trying to pry Godzilla's mouth open. He's trying to like grab his head, and Godzilla just keeps burning that motherfucker's hands. He's like, "No, you will not touch my face. Don't touch my fucking face." And so the axe gets like kind of shoved down Godzilla's mouth a little bit, the fucking ass end of it, as Godzilla's just like, "The fuck you think this is?" As he's, trying to get a good grip on Kong. Now, eventually the axe is like thrown down as Kong's like, "Oh shit." Like, once he loses the axe, he's like, "Oh shit, time to run." Because Godzilla is doing atomic breath after this man. And he does hit Kong with it on the shoulder one good time, and it burns him. It's kind of like a little graze. But it does burn Kong, and Kong's like, "Stop, drop, and roll." Trying to put out that fire. And basically, like, Kong is actually doing a pretty good job against Godzilla. So, he picks his axe back up as he's blocking that shit. As Godzilla takes Kong and puts him to the water, as Kong takes the fucking axe and basically he cuts into Godzilla's leg with it. He stabs Godzilla right in the leg. Godzilla had enough of that. He takes the axe and he throws it into a building like a boomerang. As that's when Kong is like running again. As Godzilla's, doing more atomic breath. Kong takes the top part of a building and tries to use it as a shield. He throws that bitch at Godzilla, grabs the axe. Godzilla does the atomic breath. You get the trailer shot as they bring down the axes. It creates a big fucking just boom. Godzilla gets sent right through the fucking building, and he's down for a little bit. Kong is down, but Kong gets back up as people say, "Okay, well, I guess round 2 goes to Kong." I'm like, "Bitch, no!" But that's round 2. Now, a little bit of time, you get more with the Godzilla team in the Apex facility, looking for Mechagodzilla's like shutdown sequence. Because yeah, Mechagodzilla, he's actually shown pretty early, like right before round 2 starts. But I'm not gonna spoil that part because that part you need to watch yourself. Because
Yeah, true.
you know where the skull crawlers go. Like the skull crawlers are just a one-off type of thing for Mechagodzilla. They're fodder, basically. But don't think that Mechagodzilla is actually Mechagodzilla. He's actually like Mecha Ghidorah, just a more fucked up version. It's basically if you put Ghidorah in a mechanized Godzilla body. That's literally it. So just think of it as Ghidorah versus Godzilla rematch. And there you have it. So round 3 starts, and Kong ain't got his axe. Now this is a completely different fight. Kong's trying to be more tactical with it as he throws a fucking crane at a building, and Godzilla looks at it because he hears a noise. And Kong jumps on this man's back. He has his arm around his throat. He's just beating Godzilla in the head. He's just like punching this motherfucker. And Godzilla bites down on Kong's arm, throws him off of him, slingshots this motherfucker around, and dislocates his arm in the process of just biting down on that motherfucker. He pulls the bone out of the socket and throws him. As Godzilla don't let up, as he tries to fucking just stomp Kong into the ground right then and there. Kong's just on the ground backing up, like he's scared. He's just trying to back up away as Godzilla's just
You trying to stomp them, claw the chest.
Like, he bit his fucking toe. He's got there. He clawed the fuck out of his chest, like Hollow said. and he just stomps his chest. He breaks some of Kong's bones. Like, you hear the crunch when Godzilla puts his fucking foot on there.
Yo, you heard a pop when he popped it, dislocated his arm.
Yeah, you do hear it. Like, every time Godzilla does something internally damaging to Kong, you do hear it, which was a very nice touch. And on top of that, you finally get to the point to where you have Godzilla just stomp on Kong's chest and roar right in his face as Kong just does a weak little roar back, and Godzilla just takes his foot off him and walks off. He's just like, "Yep, I beat your ass." Kong does try to get up, but the man can't move. The man's literally dying because Kong collapses back on the ground. He shuts his eyes, and that's when the little girl comes over there. She can, like, feel Kong's heartbeat through the ground, because she can just feel it getting weaker and weaker. His heart rate's dropping. And, like I say, Kong's dying. So, they need to basically try to jumpstart this man's heart. So, long story short, they use the ship, which has enough fucking power to ultimately charge Vegas for a week. And that's how they jumpstart Kong's heart. So, Kong, but that happens a little bit after. So, Mechagodzilla goes fucking berserk, kills the pilot through electrical feedback, kills the chairman of Apex, just like one arm fucking just scrape that motherfucker out and turn him to paste. That kind of shit. As he immediately just uses his makeshift atomic breath that's red in color. It's not blue, it's red. For some odd fucking reason. But hey. And basically, like, he just carves his way out of the fucking mountain. He sees Godzilla. Godzilla fucking roars at him. He roars back at Godzilla. He shoots out fucking missiles as soon as Godzilla starts running at him. And he runs at Godzilla. He's doing the atomic breath, just burning down the fucking city of Hong Kong. Like, yeah. It is Hong Kong, not Tokyo. My bad for saying that throughout the movie. Well, throughout this review, but still. I don't care. But, yeah. Basically, he's just burning it down. Like, they're fighting in the city. And Godzilla's getting his ass whooped by Mechagodzilla. There is no fucking way. This man has fucking boosters in his back that accelerates his movements. He's fucking made of metal. And he is a valid threat. He's got Ghidorah's mind and battle strategies. Like, this motherfucker knows how to use his body. And he ain't about to lose to the same fucking atomic lizard twice. So he's out for blood. And he's beating the fuck out of Godzilla. So, like I said, Kong gets his heart restarted. He's looking at him as the girl says that Godzilla is not the enemy. Mechagodzilla is, and just to be careful out there. And Kong just relocates his arm by slamming it against a building. And he just pulled it right back up into place as well. He's just like, alright, I'm ready to go. And keep in mind, he's not having the axe in the first part, because axe is somewhere else entirely. Like, it's just somewhere amongst the rubble of several buildings. But, basically, Kong, he rushes over there to where Godzilla is. And Godzilla, he's literally about to fucking just end this man's career. Mechagodzilla's about to kill Godzilla. He's prying his mouth open, about to shoot the atomic breath down Godzilla's throat. And just like a callback to Godzilla King of Monsters, where he did that to Ghidorah. So it's about to be payback time. Kong comes in, pulls that fucking Mechagodzilla head up, and the 2-on-1 battle begins. And 2-on-1 doesn't make any much of a big difference whatsoever. Because the Mechagodzilla is still getting 2v1, is still putting in the work and beating these motherfuckers down. until Kong decides, you know what? Maybe trying to go up against a man that has rocket launchers barehanded with this guy is not the best of ideas. He gets the axe and he just starts trying to hit him. The axe ain't doing shit. Like, axe is not doing any type of damage at first. He sweeps the legs. And Team Godzilla is trying to just basically shut down Mechagodzilla before he kills Kong and Godzilla. But it's not really working out that well. Because, they're trying to shut him down with the password. But anyways, Kong ends up getting his ass almost murked by the fucking razor tail this guy has, as he's nearly just putting it straight through fucking Kong's head. As they finally just decide, you know what, maybe trying to hack into this ain't the best part. Hey, you got liquor? Come here, give me that. And just pours the man's fucking liquor in there, just short-circuiting their computer and depowering Mechagodzilla a little bit. Which stops the razor tail, as Godzilla uses his atomic breath to supercharge Kong's axe. It cuts through Mechagodzilla astonishingly well now for some odd fucking reason. Right? For some odd fucking reason. And that leads to Kong killing Mechagodzilla. Now, Kong, at the end of the fight, like, he's tired. He's just wanting to just go down and rest. As, after everyone has their heartwarming reunions and all that shit, like, all that's left is to just say, okay, what are we doing now? As Godzilla comes up, and he's just roaring at Kong, and he's just like, put down your axe. As Kong, like, he gets up, and he's holding the axe. He looks at the axe. Kong drops his axe. Godzilla roars at the axe. He roars at Kong, and he says, alright, I'm heading out. He's done. He's already whooped Monkey Boy's ass. He ain't got no more beef with him. And so, basically, Godzilla goes back to the oceans. Kong goes back to not even Skull Island, back to the Hollow Earth, and rules the Hollow Earth from that point on. And that's the end of the movie. There's no after credit scene, so don't even waste your time sitting there for it, because there is none. There's no after credit scene. So, no little teasers or anything like that, but honestly, I don't think this is going to be the end of the MonsterVerse. I think they're still got a couple more monsters to go through. For one, being Destroya. I want to see Destroya in the MonsterVerse. It's time that Destroya makes a comeback. Mechagodzilla cannot be how they end this off. But, anyways, I got a few people on here. They're going to go through their favorite parts of the movies. Then we're going to end this off and going to go and watch this another time with the homies, like Blackarod on here. So, Shadow, you still in here?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Alright, man, go ahead and state what was your favorite part of the movie?
My favorite part of the movie, I would say the first round between Godzilla versus Kong, because it was like the hypest out of pretty much almost all of them before we got to see Mechagodzilla in action. But my favorite scene is definitely the round one between Godzilla and Kong, because it shows how serious they're gonna go all out, and like no waste no time, no dialogue, none of that. Just go all at it with no hesitation. It's just the best scene I actually liked.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I really liked that one. Hollow, what was your favorite part of the movie?
I had to go with the third round when Godzilla, this little kid on his arm. That shit was crazy.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. I'm gonna say that my favorite part was when it was just Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla, the fucking atomic breath Dragon Ball Z fucking beam struggle right there. Like,
yeah.
I love that shit. Mechagodzilla literally just said, alright, Kaioken, bitch, and fucking just overpowered Godzilla's atomic breath with even more power. That was fucking awesome. But all right, favorite fight had to be the third round with Kong versus Godzilla, where Godzilla nearly killed Kong. That was probably my favorite
Right.
part. Oh man. But
Man.
all right, time to give our ratings of the movie, and then we'll end this off. So, Shadow, give us your rating on this movie. What would you rate this out of 10?
Uh, okay. The movie was good. I'll give you that. It was really enjoyable, but I had to give this 8.5 out of 10 with a good reason because they never mentioned about that. I actually said this before we started streaming. Um, in the trailer, one of the characters said there was a war and they're the last one standing, and they never explained that in the film, which that did kind of piss me off because I want to know what was the war. What was there like a final battle? Was there like I don't know like ancient prophecy that which monster is the best who deserved to be a king? They never explained that. They never mentioned anything about it in the film. So all in all, that's the only thing I had a problem with it. And I did enjoy the fight between Kong and Godzilla and Mega Godzilla. And also, this they just focused on the fights instead of just the story, which I do not mind. But all in all, I'm still gonna give it 8.5 out of 10. But I still enjoyed it nonetheless.
All right, Hollow.
Man, I agree with Shadow. I agree with Shadow. I gotta give it an 8 out of 10.
All right, yeah, I'm going to agree with you guys. It is a solid 8 out of 10 movie because this is the movie that monster fans fucking love. Like people of kaiju just love this shit because you have the majority of the movie is Kong and Godzilla throwing hands. That's the majority,
For real.
which is something that needed to happen. This had the most fighting out of any of the other movies, more than Kong Skull Island, more than Godzilla 1 and Godzilla King of Monsters. It had more fighting than that. And it was just what needed to happen. This movie did it right with the monster fights. And yes, Kong got fucked in the ass in the end by Godzilla. Like, literally. Yeah, so we got to give this a solid badass seal because this movie is amazing. It is something
And
that is like you have this is a fiendish badass movie. The Fiend is giving this movie a pass. So, if you guys want to go out and watch it, go ahead and do so because this is an amazing movie. And thank you guys for tuning in to this little review. Sorry I haven't had any what ifs up because I've been trying, but I just have to deal with stuff right now. So tomorrow you'll have a what if up. It may be a different one though because I was planning on doing like Greed, but it might end up being what if Deku was Hawkeye instead. So
And also on Friday, I'm going to do what if female Deku was K Bishop.
yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I have been your Emperor, the Crowned Fiend, and Emperor demands you guys have a fantastic day. Peace.